morning. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live.
Good morning.
How's Debbie?
Sorry. I am here. No coffee. Boo.
Boo. No Father's Day coffee.
That's right. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, all you fathers.
You said you're at your daughter's?
Yes, I'm in Taos at Sierra's house, and yeah, so trying to get that set up. So we're late. It's my fault. I was trying to get it all set up.
So you're like a world traveler lately.
Yeah.
East Coast, now heading south.
Well, West Coast, right?
Yeah. How warm was it there?
I was in Bend for a week and then home for a little bit and then here. So
what's the temperature there?
Hot.
Hot?
Like it'll probably get in the 90s today.
90s.
So. Yeah, 80s, 90s. But it's drier here, so it's not the same as yeah. So
it's gonna be a cool 78 today here. Because we got some storms rolling in, so it's kind of cloudy.
But when you say 78, you have your the humidity there too, right?
Yeah, it's a little more humid usually, but with the clouds, it's nice because it changes, because of storms.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, last week it was in mid 90s, humid, working. It was nasty, terrible. Had a towel with me and stuff when I went out and delivered. And
right, you have to. Oh gosh.
Lots of water,
So Andrea.
Miss Andrea's going on a brunch with her family for Father's Day. So her time a jump ahead is a little bit pushing it. So she wanted off to spend time with the fam bam.
Yeah, yay.
Do you have a Father's Day story you want to share?
Me?
Yeah, anything that is positively.
I don't think so. How about you? You share Father's Day. You're a great dad and everything, so.
Well, me personally, when my daughters were born, it was just a credible thing to watch and be there for. Knowing that I created something like that,
Isn't that amazing?
And my first daughter came out no problems, but the second one, the cord was wrapped around her neck. So it was like that intense, it felt like a lifetime, but it was probably 5 seconds, 10 seconds. She wasn't breathing, crying, and you had that thing in your heart. It's like, oh my God, and all of a sudden she starts, crying, and it's like, oh, thank God. But it was just a credible experience. But I always get a little crap because my first one I was there for, and it was an evening, and it was our hometown Summerfest.
Oh.
So I asked my wife if I could go celebrate. She's like, yeah, fine, I'm just gonna sleep. Well, I catch crap from my oldest daughter all the time. You didn't stay with mom that night. You went and partied. And then the other one was during the winter, and I stayed overnight with both of them and whatnot. And it's like, you cared for her more. You went and partied.
Right.
But it was quite a celebration. We're in the beer tent. I went and bought like 50 cigars, and the whole beer tent looked like a wigwam. It's like smoke everywhere in the beer tent. But it was quite a joy. So as far as my father, it was what I enjoyed most about him. I mean, he was a little different. He wasn't like a loving kind of person like my mom was. It was more strict, more self-centered kind of things. But I really enjoyed him supporting my athletes in high school and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
He was always there, even though I didn't like the comments afterwards, because it was pretty critical.
Right, a critical.
Like I had a basketball game and I scored 32 points and 20 rebounds, let's say. but he'd say something like, well, you let that guy score on you. You missed that shot or whatever it is.
Yeah, right.
Instead of just like pushing out the compliments. And I remember being younger. I really enjoyed following him around to his softball games, going in the bar with him, and those kind of times were just great memories of following him around to the ballpark because I really enjoyed the ballpark younger. You get to play a little bit, and you think you're a big guy in the 70s, 80s, walking in the bar with Dad, sneaking a little. You'd always wonder why his beer would disappear. He'd be chatting away, and
the beer. Yep.
See, he put his beer down and go grab a quick little 10, 12-year-old sneaking some beers.
Awesome. Do you think they knew what you guys were what you were doing when you were sneaking the beer, but they just kind of ignore?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You'd think so. But he was having such a good time. I don't think he really realized either. Well, I must have drank it. I never got caught.
Sweet. I love that. Yeah. That's cool though. When you see your daughter be born, your daughter's being born, and it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
This shit just got real.
Pretty much.
Like, wow. Yeah.
It really is an amazing process. It's just, an egg and the sperm and how it can create like that.
Just quite amazing, for sure.
Cook in the oven and come out a little baby.
I know. Amazing. Creating life. Yes, pretty powerful, Scott. Pretty powerful.
Yes, it is. So happy Father's Day to anyone out there who has is a father, and blessings to their kids, and mothers who had to be fathers. That kind of thing too.
All of it.
Is there anything going on in the news?
Any news? Well, we just came off the summit or whatever. And
Russian TV saying, Biden's got dementia and Putin owned him, that kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. But, a lot. I think we got a lot of that. We got that right when we were reading on it.
Yeah. I'd seen an interesting story on CNN this morning. They're talking about getting confirmations and messages from beyond of all the loved ones that passed from COVID.
Oh.
And if anyone wants to check it out on CNN, it's there in an article. Like a mother passed, or and like apparitions would show up, or confirmations of different things. Of one story is about this husband that was driving to work, and her favorite color was purple. When he was driving to work, the traffic lights turned purple.
What? Wow.
And stories like that, or it was Christmas time, and this one person seen the apparition of her mom or whatever it was, looking into the Christmas decorations that were hers, before she was packing it up, and stories like that. It was really, really neat.
Wow.
So a story like that, giving confirmation that our loved ones are there, and
and that was through CNN, huh? I missed that.
Yeah, it was. Wow. I just seen it this morning. It was one of the top stories. If you have the CNN app on your phone, it'll be one of the top stories. But it's pretty cool.
That's amazing, especially through CNN. So that's really, really cool. I'll have to connect with that.
Yeah, it's a longer story, but it'll take 5 minutes to read or whatever. But it's pretty cool that something would come out like that.
Yeah, really cool.
Gives hope for people. And
good morning, Linda. That's really cool.
So, where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start this morning?
I want to.
It keeps coming in that they're closer and closer to bringing people down. But
oh yeah, another. I think I said something last night about it on Nasty Women, but there was that little clue, and some people talked about, like Glenn Kirshner brought it up, and some other reporters. But the feds are trying to connect dots to who paid and congressmen, because those are the questions that are being asked.
Oh yes.
There was another one posted this morning I seen that one of the 3%ers that was arrested had pictures that were deleted, but they were found in front of Lauren Boebert's restaurant.
Whoa.
So they're making connections.
They sure are. Trying to fix my light here. I just heard the car leave, so I think they're going to get coffee, guys.
Oh, it'll be good for you in a bit, huh? So
Well,
this is where I want to start.
You can't. I mean, you can't just stop drinking. You just can't stop drinking coffee. You know what I mean?
I know that would give me a headache if I didn't have my
you get a headache, right? If you drink coffee every day, you can't just stop. Hi, Clarence. Anyway, I just heard the car leave, guys. I think she's getting
Sheila's saying she found a story about the Mercers funding something, but you can't find the story now. Well, thank you, Clarence. Happy Father's Day to all.
Oh, Denise just did a reading on that, on Mercer.
Oh, Mercer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something I want to look at, and I got to hit to it. I want to see if you confirm it. So we'll see what the cards have to say. But it was about Beto O'Rourke.
Oh.
Because they're talking about, him maybe running for governor. Some other sense, maybe, he's going to be a senator. He does have a future. But governor is what, next year, 2022. The senators aren't up for 2024 or 2026. So he'd be, in a movement, something else, if he's going to wait for the proper time or something else going to happen. So I want to look at him and his future, if he's going to be a senator or governor, because, I definitely sense he's going to have some kind of future in the party.
Yeah.
But it's a waiting game for him. So what does he want to move on? What does the Democratic Party want him to move on? Governor, or is something else going to happen? Like, does Ted Cruz or someone else get wrapped up and there is a opening? So let's see what's up with Beto.
Let's see, Beto.
I think maybe I ought to separate it. Ask for governor first.
Yeah.
Then we get in the story maybe. Let's see, Beto 13.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a book coming. I feel like I know this has nothing to do with it, but he's not done. But I see him signing things. People coming up to him and he's signing things. So I'm wondering if that has a book energy to it. But that's not what we're reading on. That's what I'm seeing. Of course, I haven't had my coffee yet, so who knows what I'm really seeing.
You think he could do more good as a governor for the Texas people than senator?
So, but he does have a heart there. I wonder, Senator.
I'm getting a lot of challenge cards for governor. 7 of coins,
Yeah.
plucking away. But then I have some battling cards, mixed messages with the 2 5s.
Yeah, I think I feel like I see him in the Senate. Is what I'm seeing. Is
Yeah.
that
I was feeling
possibility?
negative on the governor thing too.
Yeah,
Cards confirmed it. So
because I also see him on the Senate floor. So, signing things in the Senate. So I'm going to read if he's going to be what the Senate looks like for him. I do like tea, but she's out of tea. My daughter's out of tea as well. So. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna give that a go.
yeah.
And I wonder if it is because of an ending of someone else.
So yeah, I got his path for in the Senate, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the world. So that means he's representing more people throughout the country. Then I have a female coming in, the Queen of Swords, and then that embattling card again with the 5 of Swords. Something's going on here. Anxieties. There's the Senate. More embattling cards. Anxieties relating to someone else. So I wonder if he might be. And then the Sun comes up on something in the Senate.
Yeah, I'm.
It feels like something's going to happen, but
yep.
The way it goes, like the governor would, nominate people though if something would happen.
Oh.
I don't know if. I think it's everywhere. I don't think they would have a special election. The governor appoints. Unless something happens to the governor too.
Right. This is interesting.
He is an idiot. He is a bad man. That Abbott.
So Ellen, I love hot chocolate too, but I need the caffeine. And she doesn't have hot chocolate. But anyway, so yeah, something's going on, Scott. So
I had the 9 of Swords too.
And the Death card there. So, and this is kind of like what's to come. So I feel like there's an ending to something. But then the outcome to that is that he moves forward, in victory. So
I don't know. That's strange.
Will Cruz lose his seat? I mean, but then you said, but to be appointed.
Usually the governor would do it.
The governor would do it. So, but something suspicious is happening. But again, he'll come out ahead there. But he does. As far as getting into the Senate, I see it happening for him.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they were showing me when I was tapping in.
We ought to ask about federal investigations into Texas people.
Yeah.
Because
it's
weird.
You don't think he'd be writing on that, do you?
What's that?
Do you think he'd be writing on that? Would that be something he would do, is write on the...
I don't think he'd have anything to do with indictments or anything like that.
No, but do you think he'd write a book about dark politics in Texas or in general? Does that seem...
Not sensing.
Okay.
The writing could be.
Interesting. Yeah.
Let's see. What's Kevin saying? Texas should have went. Yeah, I think they should have too. I remember doing the readings on the Senate seat with Cornyn, and was getting that energy. I'm like, there's cheating in Texas. I immediately heard it when I was looking at MJ Hagan, and I immediately got it. There's cheating in Texas, because I was also feeling blue by a slim, and it went the other way.
Right.
So I'm like I said, I heard it definitely when I was reading on the Senate.
And see, that was so hard, Scott, don't you think, when we were reading on, states turning red, blue, whatever, because of the cheating. It was like,
it's just like Hillary.
It's a yes, but no.
Yeah, it was just like Hillary and Trump. I totally felt Hillary's going to win.
Yeah.
And she did win, actually, but
right.
You're not actually asking, well, is there going to be cheating that she's not going to win,
Right.
I mean, I even predicted it back in like 2005. Someone asked me, out of the blue, we're talking about presidents one night, and she's like, the girl that asked me was like, who's going to be the first woman president? And I'm like, and my guide said Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Back in 2005, because it was just a random question.
Right.
And then when I seen her up for running for president, I'm like, she's going to win.
Yeah.
And then Trump won, I found out. I'm like, I woke up the next day and I was shocked. I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be real.
Yeah.
All right. I want to check in on any federal investigations into Texas. What's going on with this weird reading on Beto?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been up all kinds of talk and chatter about Ted Cruz and the insurrection. You just wonder if he's got some backroom deals there that we don't know about yet. And what, the lieutenant governor in Texas has been under indictment for 6 years or something? For some corruption. I think it was Patrick. He's been under indictment or some kind of investigation for 6 years or something yet. Some kind of a bribery or something. He still hasn't been prosecuted or finished that. Yeah, true, Connie.
Since 1492, Connie. Oh, gosh. All right.
Or Paxton. Yeah. Queen of Swords again pops up.
Wow.
So why would a female be popping up, like a female prosecutor in Texas? And then another female with a Queen of Wands. And then I have someone having to walk away in the Senate because of some investigations, journeys. Someone's being judged and having to walk away because of some kind of partnerships.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And here's Ace of Pentacles, feels like an indictment or investigations because of some kind of untruths, lies. They find something, but it's female energy, Merrick Garland has a bunch of female prosecutors underneath him.
That's right. And here's the thing. When I was stepping into this energy, it was almost like the face, the message coming through there, the face of politics and how it's been for so long, because, the majority of us just kind of allowed the government to be the government and the government to do government, and we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have access to so much information and like that. And that time has changed. There's too much information. There's too easy access to these people. They can't get away with it anymore. I feel like they're coming in and sweeping in, and huge changes coming in politics is all. I really feel that. And no longer can these people get away with it. And then I threw these cards, and it makes sense. They are the foundation of politics. Look at that. I really feel they're checking into the foundation of of these people in politics. What you could get away with, it used to be a money game, where they like that dark money or whatever. It's not going to be like that anymore.
Yeah.
I also have the female coming in. Things are going to change. It's going to be slow, but they're getting in there. Oh, you have a slow and a fast card. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Things are going to change. Maybe some places faster, other places slower. I don't know, but things are changing. You're not going to. These guys aren't. These people. I shouldn't say just guys. They're not going to get away with the stuff they used to get away with anymore, because now everybody's involved in politics. We all are very interested in. We're not allowing them to get away with this stuff anymore. We're calling them out, and they never used to be called out. Does that make sense?
It's so much easier with video postings.
Yeah.
Ellen, what do you want to know about Pete Buttigieg? She was wondering what the future for him holds. Little conversation with Kevin here, talking about voting machines or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think Texas, the computer changed ballots. Oh yeah. Texas has those ESS ballot or machines too. Just finding a lot of chatter about that because Republicans were all distracting this way on Trump's losses where Biden won close, but what about the other ones? They're not talking about their races. And like I said, when I did my readings on the senators, all the ones I thought were going to win, they had ES and S machines in those states where I thought the other was going to win.
Right.
Every single one of them. So I think I was getting, what was it? Like 58 would be Democratic senators or something like that, or 57 after I did my reading. And there's exactly that many in those states.
Wow.
Cornyn, Graham, McConnell, Collins, and that Cindy Hyde in Mississippi. Those ones all have ES and S, and those were what I predicted that the other person would win. Just like the Hillary thing, I thought.
Right.
But you don't really, read on like, well, okay, is there going to be cheating that they're going to lose? That kind of thing.
Right. Kevin says, I think that's why Trump was so shocked that he lost, because even with the cheating, Biden won so comfortably.
He came out, December, whatever. He said it publicly or in a tweet. I've got 8 senators, their seats, and where's my love, kind of thing.
Yeah.
How come I lose?
So Ellen was asking about
if he's going to be president.
Yeah.
No, Cynthia, I totally don't believe anything about Ivanka's trademarks for voting machines. No. These machines are already purchased long before her. It wasn't like that year. She just had trademarks. She didn't own anything with the voting machines. Nothing. Starlight, yeah. She had nothing to do with those voting machines. Why aren't the feds getting involved? Why aren't the feds getting involved with the ballots in Arizona going to Wyoming? It feels like they want to track and see what they're doing. I think it was Montana. That Ninja's group took the data, whatever, and went to a site in Montana or something.
Oh.
Finished the recount or whatever. That's illegal. It just kind of feels like the feds want to watch what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to look into that? Is that what you want?
Pete.
Okay.
Oops.
Pete.
Right.
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah.
The judge.
You want to know if Pete's going to be a president someday. Well, last year I had some great energy on him being president. It totally felt like there was a back room. I think I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I did. No, I think I spelled his name wrong. But anyway, it feels like there was a contingency of if like Biden couldn't follow through being president, that he was like a second choice or something. Buttigieg.
Right.
He had a strong energy of
he does
president last summer.
I feel that obviously that's his aspiration. Judge president.
Oh my God, 11 hours last night for Nasty Women.
Oh my gosh.
Bootylicious.
That is crazy.
I got off at 5:30. Okay, Pete. What's your future?
I was on for 45 minutes.
Mr. Pete. Future for Pete. 32. Yeah, sometimes with the feds, they don't want to jump in right away. They kind of want to get the goods, get the corruption proof before they sweep in. It's like, okay, go and do your illegal taps.
Right.
And then we'll jump in later and take you.
Tarot love community. Wow, you hung in.
Tapped out at
Renee hung in 6 hours. Wow. Oh gosh, Ron. So you never got back on, Ronald? He lost his internet. He came on when I was on, and he lost his internet.
Ron did his own show for 3 hours.
Wow.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I'm curious to know what you are throwing there, because hi, Renee Rogers. I feel that's what he wants.
Okay, walk away.
But I don't have good cards around it.
It's secrets. Yeah, it just kind of tells a story, but I just got to move forward. But it basically says right here, he had to walk away from presidency at the time, and he took a lower role, King of Cups, 4 of coins, and then walking away. So that just says what happened last election. Then I have a King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So that feels more like his role too, but he's working in partnership with another woman. there's a new path moving forward at some point. I got a woman, so that would be, maybe a presidency and something else, but he's got a female dominant. Moving forward in the future, High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Temperance, and Three of Pentacles. So he's gaining abilities. King of Pentacles could be a presidency. But High Priestess is using your intuition, some secrets.
I feel like he will be better. His gifts and abilities will be better utilized in a different place, not as the president.
Right.
I feel like he's bummed about that, but because of it's kind of like he's stuck. Like, it's I don't see it happening. I don't see the presidency happening for him. I do feel, however, that he will continue to be in, doing his thing in the White House. That he'll continue to do that, but I don't.
Yeah, it feels like a long run and as like a cabinet member.
I think so.
He did have those aspirations, and it is in his heart. Oops, with that King of Pentacles and High Priestess. It feels like that would be a very high aspiration, and it's in his heart.
That's true. It is in his heart. He does want that.
But it feels like,
yeah,
he's going to be continuing as a secretary, maybe eventually be a Secretary of State.
Yeah, something like that. But whatever he does, he'll do it well. But I just don't ever see him in the presidency. I don't see him making it there. But yeah, you're right. He got beat up this last time. Something happened that we didn't know when he ran. But yeah, there was big disappointment there. And it wasn't quite fair. Look at that card. The Five of Swords. Moving into the future, we have the Tower and the Hangman. I just feel, again, with the Tower and the Hangman, about the future of going into being president is what I asked. I just don't see it happening with these two cards.
I mean, we could see right away he was held very high esteemed within Democratic society.
Yes, absolutely.
I really felt like he was the man going into everything. But then it felt like, maybe Obama or the Democratic committees kind of said, everyone else back off. Joe's the one that can beat Trump. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right with this card. That's how it felt to him.
I think he was the leader, going into like June or May or whatever,
Yeah.
But then it's just like, no, Joe's the one that we see the numbers coming in for the primaries and everything. Joe's the one that's going to take it home.
Yeah. I agree with that. But look at this. I feel like he's kind of backed into a corner. He's stuck there. It's out of his, it's almost like he's up against the wall that he can't get into that office. But you know what? He's going to be okay. You have the Two of Cups here. He will continue to be connected in and doing what, he loves his country, and he will continue to work in that area.
True, Kevin. Pete didn't really have the qualifications, but he's a brilliantly smart man.
He's brilliant.
He knew how to.
He'll fake it until he makes it in anything he does, right? Because he's brilliant.
A good question, since we're popping female cards in Texas. Does that mean female is going to take over for Abbott in the race? You throw in that quick.
Abbott?
Yeah. Is there going to be a female governor 2022 for Texas?
Female governor for Texas.
I was getting female energy there.
All right, let's check into it.
Like, what's up with these females?
Let's do this. Renee, I love Pete too. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
and
love.
his husband too. Yes.
Yeah, Chase.
Yeah, I follow them both on Twitter.
Oh, Cruz. Who cares about Cruz? He's gonna have issues.
Yes.
I totally feel Ted Cruz is having issues coming up. Thank you, Analog. Happy Father's Day. Cecilia Richardson. Okay. Female. Okay, who's gonna win the Texas governorship 2022?
Do we have anybody?
Someone said Cecilia. Someone said Cecilia Richardson. Or Cecile.
Cecile?
Yeah, I don't know who's running, so.
Because I do, when I do see a female with her hand on the Bible. So you know how they do that to swear in or whatever. I see a female. So that's why I was asking, who might this female be? They haven't had much luck in the past. It's going to be a fight.
All the horror that Abbott's done for Texas, there's going to be a fight, huh?
There's still going to be a little bit of a struggle. I don't know if there's a couple, you know what I mean? It might not be Abbott who's in the running. It might be a couple other people coming in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that could be.
Because I do feel there's going to be some choices here with the 7 of Cups there.
Wow.
And
well, weird.
Trying to get over the dirt from the past.
Weird.
Yeah.
It didn't want to tell me who. It's telling me Abbott's going down.
Abbott's going down. And then there's going to be all these other people.
Yeah.
wanting that.
I am getting a female, a Queen of Coins, taking the win next to the Ace of Pentacles. But then it goes on to tell a story about Abbott. Devil, 8 of Wands, and the Tower moment on Abbott. So he might not only lose, but after he loses, there might be some kind of indictment or something coming on. I have some star, which it feels like someone's flipping on him or cooperations, paying cards, taking actions, and then there's some happiness on him.
Yeah.
And then Abbott's in the hermit mode because of connections he's had. And then he's defending himself with some heartbreak loss with the 3 of Swords.
I absolutely see him in handcuffs. Now, I get things in metaphor, but I do see him in handcuffs. So that means there are some stuff coming down on him.
I mean, it could very well be, federal stuff coming down about these governors, eventually that took such a horrid stance on COVID. Something or just horrible.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah. This is Abbott. He's going down. He thinks well, anyway, I feel like, look at that.
This is crazy. Well, that's going to lead me to another horrible governor, Ron DeSantis. You know, back in April, they signed that law that it was okay to run over people in protests. Did you see in the news?
Yes.
Died.
Yes. You sent me that.
And that Congressman Wassman almost got hit.
That's right. Horrible.
Isn't that just horrible, these laws this man is doing? And there's been more movement on Matt Gaetz.
I agree, Scary Harpy. There are so many horrible governors.
So, any repercussions from that law? Recheck on him, because that man. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, Greeter. Blessings.
There's a lot more movement on that the Gaetz front. It's not looking good. Even worse for Matt Gaetz. But Ron DeSantis, what the heck? I know, right, Starlight? It's just horrible. Republicans and signing those laws, and there's issues going on in Missouri too. Thank you, Lorraine.
I feel like
I'm showing handcuffs for that man eventually.
Yeah.
They just showed me him handcuffs behind. Whatever investigation it is, he's not in a good way.
I wonder, is he? I know everybody will. I know you all will have an idea on this. But is he in bed with bad people, dark, big, bad people? I feel like his life is in danger as well as everything else. Could that be? Would that be reasonable to say? Valerie says yes.
It very well could be. I mean, okay. I've seen pictures with him and that Greenberg and Gaetz, and you know, there was another question posed we can get into later, but it involves the mafia. But supposedly there's a lot of Russian mafia or other mafia down in Florida. You know, it could be bought off there, or you know, working for the big money or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's up with Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, because I feel his life is in danger. Can you guys hear that? Whatever that is out there. Can you hear that, Scott?
It's very low, whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't hear it loudly.
It's very loud in here. Somebody's getting to yard work. Getting to it. Okay. Yeah, possibly Kristen. But we think that Kristen, that Beto, I think his aspiration might be the Senate.
Yeah. We had a bit more energy towards Senate than governor for Beto. And a probable woman winning the governor race in Texas. DeSantis.
Yeah. My gosh, you guys. My first two cards on Ron is the Hangman and Death. He's going down for something. I think he needs to watch his back.
Okay,
He's trying to get out of it, but he can't. He's stuck. He's stuck. This is a challenge for him. He's stuck there. He got the Six of Swords in reverse.
That's a little louder. It sounds like a chainsaw.
Well, that kind of does sound like a chainsaw. Can you guys hear it in the... Clarence, can you hear that, whatever it is in the background?
No, it's lower.
Is Nesty Woman Tarot here? I can't believe it. You're awake? What? What up?
Oh my God.
There she is. Sure, and I can't believe.
Bless you,
Thank you, Bob. Blessings to you. Happy Father's Day to you. It's low. Misty says it's low, but you can still hear it. That's hilarious. Okay, everybody, it's not loud, but you can still hear it. I wonder what it is.
I have a weird throw I got on Ron Death.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm going to go shut the door. Maybe that'll help.
Trying to figure out this energy here. It does feel like Ron's owned by somebody high up. That's loud. I guess there's emperor he's involved with, and it took a different path because of some kind of money transactions, Knight of Cups. He's all in on somebody. I got payments, assistance. He needed to back away from certain things, and then the Five of Coins feels like a chaos thing that's requested for his actions within his, as administration or what he's doing as governor.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like someone owns him with the emperor. He's like, okay, yes, I'll do this because you've given me this.
Yeah, he's...
And in the past, I got some bad people. I got this Knight of Swords. Usually it's like an FBI card, but this is in the past position, but it's feeling like some bad, because it feels like negative energy and not like prosecutor energy. And then some kind of offer, and then Page of Pentacles. 9. Oh. So it's like a communication of money or balancing of his situation, but I got some loans coming in. But it could be, like a mafia-related thing, because it feels like a negative of prosecutors or FBI investigations. That offer, here, we'll give you this. I'm in a bad way. Because in the ending, I have the Devil. And then a Queen of Swords.
It's like he's, caught up in that. Caught up in something that he can't get out of, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's totally owned by somebody. And it doesn't feel like good people.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Oops. I don't know. Clarify quick about maybe the future on him or something.
Yeah, I did a couple clarifiers for him, and
it's nice to clarify, Kevin. Sorry, Deb.
Okay.
I was just reading what Kevin said.
What did Kevin say?
Total shocker there that he's, it's just nice to clarify the cards that you're getting the same senses,
Yeah. He's going away. He's made some crazy bad decisions in his life, and it's going to be haunting him for sure. And I feel like, again, it goes back to keeping an eye over your shoulder because his life is in danger because of those crazy choices that he made. I had a really fabulous grandfather, and I would spend the night there when I was really little, and we would walk to the bowling alley that was just in town there, and they had a little diner, old school diner. Back in the day, you guys, it was fabulous. So this is in the 60s. So going into this old school diner and smelling the coffee and hearing the cups clinking and the pancakes cooking with my grandpa sitting there at the bar, the little diner bar in the bowling alley, hearing the bowling balls in the background. That is a good memory.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Renee. Yeah.
I remember the bowling alley too. Go watch
that. So happy Father's Day to all the grandpas too. That he was definitely just a very.
I asked quickly to clarify what the future of DeSantis with this person that, or group that owns him. I go, there's a new journey for him with the full higher government coming in, finding the money that he was paid.
Mm.
Then he's going to be battling it, talking back and forth. Oh, it's a lie, this, that, and everything. But then justice sweeps in. So they're going to find it. The feds are going to find how he's owned and what's going on. Yeah, I mean, this is weird. I mean, it's almost like our DOJ is so darn busy, and they're in unprecedented territory of actually indicting congressmen and governors. At this point, it is nuts.
Yeah, we're going to be watching this play out for the next few years, you guys.
A lot of years.
And it's, we're going to start seeing these players drop. So I have faith in that.
And that there was a reason why, many, many months ago, we kept having these censuses like, oh, there's 3 Supreme Court justices that might be going away. There's congressmen that might be going away. Well, what does this mean? What's this going to, seeing it play out? Why?
Yeah.
Thanks to the insurrection, mostly. And COVID. Mishandling.
Well, there's so much because, again, the pressure from us, because we care now, you know what I mean? Like, again, we care, and we're pressing in, and it's making a difference, you guys, because we care about what's happening. It's making a difference in all of it. We're making it change.
Finally, the good people are going to start winning. Speaking of winning, on Tuesday, Schumer is forcing the vote on the For the People's Act on reconciliation. Had enough. Is that going to pass?
What was the bill again?
The For the People's Act.
Florida.
I do not remember what everything it involves, but it has to do with voting, I think, doesn't it? I don't remember that. But on Tuesday, Chuck Schumer is forcing a vote. Let's see. Does that include the voting right for the People's Act? I got to remember what it was exactly in there. Oh, at HR 1, okay. Campaign finance laws, expanding voting rights, influence of money in politics, like Kevin was just saying, the dirty money. New ethics rules for federal office holders. So, if he's forcing a vote, I guess that would mean just a majority, like using one of the, the reconciliations of the parliamentary procedures, so it doesn't have to be gerrymandered to 60. Kind of felt with the voting, with all states' rules were abolished. A Dutch psychic sees Facebook being sold. No, I don't see it being sold. They're going to have to clean it up, though. I really do feel that. Kind of like with Fox News and whatnot, you need to stop these lies.
It's so funny because I was just thinking about Facebook last night. I've been with Facebook since the inception. I was a professor back in the day, and that it was built for students and professors to communicate with one another. I don't know if you guys remember that. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know what that, but I remember when it first came out, and it was this new thing for professors and students to talk to each other. And I got on it then to talk to my students. Well, I still talk to my students through it. I'm not a professor any longer, but yeah, that's how it started. It was so innocent.
Yeah.
So in tapping into this, this question, the energy, I see Gaetz and his little powwow. They're talking. Yeah, Teacha. And so I see them talking and kind of looking over their shoulders, kind of powwowing, like, how do we, I don't know, up to their same shenanigans. Does that make sense? Do you guys see that too?
This is in the Senate. So Gaetz has nothing to do with the Senate.
I know. It's metaphor.
Metaphor? Okay, yeah.
These people, this whole feeling, being, I don't know, this underlining. So I don't know if this is kind of the type of stuff, of course, they're trying to stop or what, but so
I wouldn't think Schumer would force a vote without having a good feeling on some Republicans coming on board.
Yeah, I don't.
We can see with other votes, there are 8 to 10, well, 8 that are moving away from Trump. Murkowski, sometimes Collins, and others, So there's a reason why he's forcing this vote now.
Yeah, he definitely is forcing the vote. I think it's more about bringing a message through. He's trying to bring a message. I don't know what it's going to.
Because if it fails, he can, they can take out parts and redo it,
Yeah, I think they're going to have to do that because I know that he's bringing it in. It's a lot about really putting the message out there, it's kind of like, posting on your wall. It's a message. It's a message to everyone. Hey, we're looking at this. We want to make this change, so to speak, right? Look what I got, guys. Look what I got. It smells good. All right. So anyways, yeah. So I feel like it's more of a platform to get a message out because, they're in this position. I don't feel like it's actually going to put them in a better position at a later time, but they're not going to have the votes this time. You have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse there. I don't feel like they're going to have the votes this time, but they want it. They want, their goal is to bring it and make it fair. So they will get there, but I don't think this time around I think more this time around, it's okay if it doesn't pass. I feel like it was more, again, getting the message, using the platform as a message that this is what we're doing. It's what we want to do.
Dang it. I think you're right. I got the Seven of Pentacles too, and then Death around bringing it forward. The Knight of Cups, this is needed. Then we have the Crossroads. You know, they have a choice. Our government, the Senate, this is representing the Senate. And then I have a different path with the Seven of Wands. Feels like a Republican confusion, and then the Fool. So there's a new journey, something different happening there. But then I have it ending kind of with the Death and also the Eight of Swords. So, but like you said too, I do have a celebration here.
Yeah.
And the High Priestess.
Yeah.
By bringing this vote.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could bring some exposure to the public of who didn't vote it, whatnot, you know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those stunts, you know, getting.
It is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
You know, it'll, you know, like all these other votes they've had, you know, it comes out. Who really sees it, you know, like this person voted against, right. You know, against the 1/6 commission, and they voted against getting stimulus money and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as is, it doesn't feel like it's gonna pass. Like, I wonder if they're gonna have to split it up.
Yeah.
But by making movement, there is, you know, there always does feel like that hope of that it will pass, you know, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, there you go, Kevin.
It's pressure. Yeah, it's just a tool they're using. I don't think they had any expectations of, but it's getting the message out. Basically.
Right.
Yeah. Someone was asking about my deck. Here's the deck I'm using today.
The Modern Witcher's Tarot.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll get done. You're probably right, Kevin. It has something to do with that dark money. They don't want that dark money to go away.
That's why they were showing me this little group in the corner going. Yeah.
God, eventually. Someone asked, who's paying Murdoch and the Fox News to keep lying? Why does Fox News keep lying yet? And then we add on to that with Tucker Carlson. He said some bad things lately. He's going off the rails. And Tucker. And everyone's talking about on Twitter about Tucker when Gaetz was on, kind of implicating him that he was involved with girls at a party, whatever. And he hasn't been on Fox News since.
Oh.
So everyone's kind of questioning, you know, his motives of why he's so evil lately. He said something really bad. I can't remember what it is. But he's really been in the news.
Shit.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, my God.
Did you lose your coffee?
I did. All over
no.
It's so weird, you guys, because I had that in my mind. I saw it in my mind's eye that I was going to lose my coffee. And here I'm setting it down all nice and slowly, and all of a sudden it just dropped. So much for seeing things before they happen.
Ouch.
Ew.
I just remind myself that Fox News is not news channel.
Yes.
True, but
okay. Hold on. I gotta get something to. I gotta get something for this. Gosh. So weird. I was being really careful because I saw it. All right, I'll be right back, you guys. You can start the Fox News question without me.
You betcha. Clean up on aisle 2. Okay. Yeah, I've always felt there's going to be problems with Fox News. Matter of when. It's just, God, they got to stop lying. When is this going to stop? It feels like you're going to have to wait for indictments. When head starts rolling and they can't lie anymore, it feels like everything you got to wait for indictments. People getting arrested. Fox News. Why do they keep lying? Yes, Linda, there is a lot of cleanup. Fox News. It feels like there's just too much of a base yet. A Fox News base. They're getting buy-in off, it feels like, and to continue that viewership. There's still too much cult out there to believe them. Oh, they're getting stabbed in the back soon. I got the 10 of Swords. Oh, shoot. Where'd that go? Feels weird being myself. I got the 10 of Swords and the loss coming up for them. 5 of Cups. That's the overall energy. So they're going down big time here soon. Like the Hangman. Hangman and 10 of Cups. The good old boys club, I hear. Where they've been forever, and then the Hangman. There's a transitioning going on soon. Woman money. Queen of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Choices. Some kind of victory. Again, it feels like within the DOJ, some kind of investigations there.
Yeah.
Queen of Swords. Merrick Garland's women.
I feel like Fox News is always being sued, Wendy.
Yeah, but there is some kind of connections with, I'm not sure who. Not really getting it who they're paid by yet. Like I said, it senses like there's enough viewership there to make money to keep that process of way they've been. They need to clarify why. What makes that change? There is a huge change coming with that 10 of Swords and 5 of Cups energy. But why? Like I said, I sensed it had something to do with indictments, or, if 45 actually gets indicted, well, how are they going to change that story?
Yeah.
When justice rings in, maybe that's when they finally have to change it.
Well, they just refocus on something else. They play the game well. They know what they're doing, right?
Bench, why are you wearing masks? Oh God. Oh, I know. I heard I got seen the story about that Missouri couple that was waving guns. You know,
Yes.
protesters.
Yeah.
They agreed to have their guns taken away and something else, some kind of probation or something.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to give up their guns.
They pleaded guilty to get that deal, right?
Thank you, Shields Maiden. Happy Father's Day. Why won't Garland stop the Reno, of course? Kristen, we kind of felt it was like the feds want to see what they're going to do with it to add on charges. It's kind of like letting the robber get to there and then grab the money. You know, then they can swoop in. It feels like that kind of thing.
Hi, Shield Maidens. You know, it's so funny. Yeah, so I'm back with some more coffee in my cup. Me and my coffee issues this morning. The weirdest thing, though, is I saw it falling. I saw it hitting the ground. And so I was being extra careful. Like my spirit team told me, your coffee's going to spill. So I was really careful. So I'm leaning down really careful to set it down. And all of a sudden something knocked and it fell anyway. So much for knowing something's going to happen, but you can't do anything about it. I don't know. Anyway, with the couple holding the gun, I can't get over it. She's standing there holding the gun like she doesn't even know how to hold a gun. Not that it's out of everything that gets me, it's funny that really irritates me that she's nonchalantly holding this gun so improperly. She could have totally hurt somebody. You just, you know what I mean? Like, it was awful. Oh, it is awful. But yeah, so they pled guilty. All right. Fox News. They just keep they'll change the way they will get. So there might be laws put on them or whatever, like you're not like a real news place. Okay, so then they still put out news, but they use different words for what they're doing. Like entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. This throw is not telling me. I mean, I sense it's like when justice comes ringing, but it's not telling me again in my throw the reasoning.
Yeah.
I just get their secret lies end up in a tower moment with the moon and the tower.
Yeah.
And I had the lies, and then the Seven of Pentacles is everything they built, and keep fabricating the truth. But then there's that moon and tower moment. It's like it's a secret. It's like it's going to come crashing, but you'll see it. You'll see it happen, but
yeah, the shadows. There's stuff in the shadows there's stuff even deeper in the shadows that maybe will create a tower moment there.
Yeah, I can't grab what it is. It's some kind of deep connections they have. Lovers and King of Cups. Whether it's dirty money or how they profit, but there's that lovers connection with it doesn't feel like Murdoch, it's something higher.
And I do feel, I feel like a possibility they're to revamp it, because it's not wrong to have a conservative news station. It's just wrong to speak lies through it, right? What they're doing with it. I do feel like someone's going to come in. Maybe someone's going to buy them out, possibly bring them back into, you have the Queen of Pentacles right there in the middle coming in, and then you have the Temperance card there, bringing it back into balance. Because I feel like it's okay to have a conservative news station. Nothing against that.
As long as you don't make up falsehoods.
If you're lying and creating people
dying. Messages. No. Oh yeah, Linda. Yeah. Of course they do.
Yeah.
Like Tucker and Hanley are good at spinning word spinning.
So possibly in the future, we can look for someone buying them out and doing some revamping on it. I don't know. We'll see.
It's just really weird. I rarely watch them, but it's really weird how they can spin something just a little bit.
Just a little bit. That's what they're.
And they may show a clip of something, but they admit the whole thing, and it makes it look and spin in a negative direction when it wasn't. It's really weird. It takes a lot of work to to be that good at lying.
I mean, they're skilled. There's a skill there. But yeah. What are we looking at now? Janet says she works with Fox watchers. Yeah, I know a lot of Fox watchers. It's confounding, really.
Okay.
Yes, let's Kevin. Tomorrow's big day. Kevin Chandler, fingers crossed you get the job you want. Yes, send out prayers for that, Kevin.
Oh, had a job app or what?
I
missed it.
There's maybe he's going to be hearing about a job that he interviewed for.
Oh, okay.
I got the job. I got the serving job I wanted. I'll find out if I get my Starbucks part-time job. Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Gosh, Kevin, if you got into Starbucks, worked your way up in there, there's a lifetime job there. And you can do this on the side.
Yeah, do it on the side.
For sure.
And Andrea's at a family brunch. They had an early brunch with her parents for
Father's Day.
That's why Andrea's not here, Connie. I'm going, if it's not raining, I'm going golfing in 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
With my girls.
That's what I did on I took myself golfing on Mother's Day. I do that every year. Cool. But okay. I actually hadn't done it in quite a few years because I broke my leg golfing. Oh, that's my plan. Yay, Kevin. So I broke my leg golfing. It was like, what?
How do you break your leg golfing?
How do you do that? It was awful, you guys. I was literally having the best golf game of my life. I hit like 2 birdies. I was like on it, having a great time. And I was coming from the tee, walking down to the cart, and I stepped in a manhole that was covered with grass. You couldn't see it. And when I'm on the golf course, you guys, I'm weird. I run from the golf cart to the ball. I like to run. I don't know why I do that. So I was running from the tee to the thing, and literally stepped into this. It was like, those water main things that are solid.
Yeah.
But it was low and the grass was over it. So you couldn't see it at all. Running, stepped in. I was one second I was running, this next second I was down, broken leg.
Oh.
It was awful.
Oh,
So this is me. I'm, when something hurts so bad, you're kind of laughing. Don't touch me. Don't move me. Don't do anything. It hurt. But anyway, yeah. So that happened. I'm thinking about 4 or 5 years ago that happened. So I hadn't stepped back on the golf course since then. I just my leg snapped and something snapped in my head. But I went back on Mother's Day this year, and it just felt so good to be out there. So yeah.
No good deal. You had pothole fear, huh?
I do, and I watch now. I'm like, the sad thing is that now I wasn't doing any running either, and I liked my little running back and forth, but oh well. There you have it. What are we reading on?
Tucker Carlson. He's going to be wrapped up with the Gaetz investigation, or
okay.
I mean, he's been utterly horrible lately. I can't remember what he said lately, but it was not good at all. He's turning more and more racist.
So you know what they just showed me with Tucker Carlson? Those dolls that you wind up, they have the wind on the back.
Yeah.
Old school. I don't know. It's like whoever is his puppet master, they're putting pressure on him. They're winding him up more. So it's almost like he's getting more, like you said, more and more crazy, or more and more, however you want to say it. But yeah, they're winding him up, twisting him up more. Ooh, shield maidens. That's awful.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he said the FBI was on the inside of the January 6th. That's right. That is.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody's twisting him even more to get what they want.
Oh.
Thank you, Renee.
I just asked for the full story.
Okay.
He's paid to lie for the devil, greed, avarice, the lying for the devil. 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, I'll just do my job, I'll shut up, I'll do what I need to do. But then I have a ton of investigations on him. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and 5 of Wands. Tug and pull of messages. Because those aren't sensing like him. He's got some kind of power against him going. And then I have Emperor, Unity, and some anxieties. There's some worry there with people above him. Like there's some it feels like in the background, whoever owns him, maybe Murdoch or whoever's above him, is putting some pressure on him right now.
Yep.
And I mean, overall energy, I got tides are turning for him with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's the culmination of him in general. And then I have getting paid. Feels like advertisers. Death to him. Then there's a 10 of Swords, and then the lack of money or something here, the 9 of Coins. It could be an indictment kind of thing too, the Knight of Coins. These are not good cards at all. But documents of getting paid or whatever, the 6 of Coins, and then we had death and a 10 of Swords. Those are 2 of the worst. So something's coming up soon for him, and that's not a good thing.
I agree. I feel like he's not fully in charge of his own narrative. I feel like
someone writes it.
And that's that thing I was telling you about, that twisty thing, for sure. And I'm seeing it here. He definitely has a puppet master with his messaging, with his narrative. And
but he made a mistake. Yeah,
it's going to push him into being on the defensive. His challenge is whoever this is, and we have the overseas. This is the challenge position. He's got to watch his. I mean, see that stick behind her. She doesn't see it coming. Anyway, putting him on the defensive. He's paranoid. He's a little paranoid there. We got the paranoid card on him. But again, that's another person who should be watching his back. Yeah, it's just just weird. You step into a pool. They're saying, he stepped into you step into a pond, let's say, you can't really see, it's murky, right? But you think it's only going to go up to your knees or something, but you can't really see. And they're saying that with him, like when he first stepped into this back in the day, he just thought he was, oh, okay, yeah, this is part of my job. I'm going to step up to my knees. And all of a sudden you step one step further and you're under the water. It's over your head, and then you're stuck. So I feel that's kind of how he got into this. I don't think he went into it totally with his eyes wide open, or that it could go this far, is what I'm sensing as well.
He got good at spinning and lying.
Well, he had to, yeah. But whoever is his puppet master, he didn't know that he was gonna be over his head with this. Not that matters to us, but it's just right.
I was asking about him and Matt Gaetz. I was just seeing as a clarified plot. I think it feels like he had something. There's something. It feels like later on, when it gets deep within the Gaetz investigation, maybe because he was on that show and he implicated something that maybe Tucker was, at a dinner or partying, with him. I have Judgment, Empress, fertility or women, Three of Wands. Here we are with the Nine of Cups, all partying, and then it feels like I'm getting cut off, like that, that interview. Gaetz got cut off, right? Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, and that page is like, you brought something I didn't want you to see, and then that lack of continuity between them with Five of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. So if you're down the road yet of something, because then I have investigators, documents of proof of the Three of Coins, and then the government coming in. So it feels later, because later with the cards, it's telling like, hey, yeah, there's something there with girls being judged, the Empress, or that female energy. There is something there, but it might be like later on when, Gaetz actually gets taken down, and then he's trying to work a deal. Well, I on this guy, whatever it may be there. But there is something there between them. The Nine of Cups always feels like, it's a party, it's people together, we're having a little fun, a celebration. And right next to it was that female energy. And then that Three of Wands could be that traveling of women. So, yeah.
Interesting.
There's something there, too.
Yep.
But I wasn't sensing like it was like, boom tomorrow,
Right. No.
That kind of thing. This is like down the road. This step is going to lead to this step. That step's going to lead to that step,
Yeah. But with my Nine of Wands and the position it came in, I feel like, we're seeing him so embedded in delusions and and with the paranoia piece, because he has to look over his shoulder now too. Anyway, yeah. I wouldn't want to be him right now. That's for sure.
Oof. 97 in KC. Ugh.
Ooh, and it's sticky there, right? Humid?
Most likely. Most of the Midwest is a lot more humid. Ugh. This poor heat. I put it on earlier. One of the butchers I delivered to on Friday, he asked me, "Oh, how's it feeling today? You sweating up a storm?" And I said, "Well, it's not too bad. You got a little wind. It wasn't quite as humid." And then they go, "Well, at least it's not out west." And then he goes, "Yeah, I talked to my sister the other day who lives in Vegas, and he goes, they can literally watch their swimming pool go down from the evaporation."
Wow.
It's soaking up the water that quickly out there because it's so hot.
Clarence says it's 99 where he's at.
Oh my Lord, you poor.
Says, yes, very humid. 106 in Vegas. My brother lives in Vegas, Kathy D. He must be
crazy.
I bet he wishes he had that. He just moved there. He left a pool. He's always had a pool, and he moved to Vegas and doesn't have a pool. I bet he wishes he has it now.
So on my list, I have one more. Oops, what am I doing? I have one more on my list, and we could take a few others if we want. But one of the questions asked for today's show was, what are the GOP truly afraid of? Is it the mafia? Were they threatened of their lives, or is it just the compromise, that they may have on them from getting paid by Russia or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
But it was basically a mafia type question, like 45 runs his gig like a mafia type mob. She wanted some clarity of what's the GOP actually afraid of.
Okay.
Is it the mob? Were their lives threatened if you don't do this? Or is it the money?
Okay. Well, the first thing that came through was reputation. But that could go so many different directions. That was that. As soon as I stepped in, it's like almost like you could lose everything, fail to it, including reputation, standing, like.
We do need to pass the climate bill. There's a lot of bills that need to be passed. But of course.
Yes, we do, Clarence. Yes.
Clarify which mob. Good point. What was it? Oh, Mitch McConnell's coming out with his statements again. He wanted to make Obama a one-term president. Now he wants to make Biden a one-term president and stop his agenda. He's back to those old tricks. So,
Find a spot.
Oh, I seen it. I just gotta say this. I seen a good video clip. Senator Ron Johnson, Russian Ron from Wisconsin, was down in Milwaukee at the Pride Parade, June 19th parade or whatever gathering. He was booed to get out of there. We don't want you here. People are chanting. And he walked away in shame. Everyone was chanting, "We don't want you. We don't want you." And he walked away in shame.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, how that would feel as a human being to be so rejected like that so publicly?
Well, he
I mean,
deserves it.
right, I mean,
He deserves it
himself, but I'm just saying, like, wow.
I know.
Right?
I mean, honestly, if I was him and all the lies he spewed, I don't know how I could go out in public.
Exactly.
Because he's such a hated man. I mean, even Mitch, he has no support in Kentucky. Just a good old boys club. It's like, it's insane.
Yeah.
If I would be that type of person, I have friends that burn bridges between friends, or social, but it's like, you don't want to hang out with them anymore. Like a friend that does home remodeling and stuff, he's stiffed a few friends on certain deals and whatever, and it's kind of like, you'll be cordial, but you don't want to hang out with them anymore. But this is a whole different scenario. This is, you're a public person and millions of people know you, and you keep spewing nonsense and lies on the TV, and then you go to a pride parade and you expect to get...
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
So, fears, and again, going back to kind of what they were showing me, but also being exposed. You have the page, the 2 pages here, and the Sun. They're afraid of all this, everything, all their messages being exposed, like the underneath stuff. How do I say that? How do you say that? The messaging. Anyways, they're afraid of the truth being exposed, of their darkness. They can't, their challenge is us. They can't keep up with the change. And learning how to balance. It goes further on as the story goes that, you have a bunch of backstabbing, infighting. They're trying to keep their inheritance, right? Their positions and their inheritance and their reputation, all the things that came in the beginning. But it's just gonna, this is what we're seeing. This is what we're going to continue to see. And it's going to be there. They're going to be exposed. It's all going to be exposed. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of the exposure. And that infighting is already happening because they see the writing on the wall.
All righty, good deal. So I asked for a full spread and story, past, present, future of what the GOP are afraid of. In the past position, I'm getting overseas money was what they're afraid of to be exposed. 3 of Wands, that's you're seeking outward. 8 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Creating money, gaining money, and then your loans, assistance from dark money. In the current, what they're afraid of. Death.
Ooh.
I do feel there were many that were threatened their lives. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and death in the center.
Wow.
We can do this to your family, if you don't vote this way, it's all Trumpism. That was the current feeling, going into the election, whatever. And many have said that. Even Liz Cheney said that. People were afraid to die. That's why they voted for Trump. That was the point. Now, moving forward, what are they afraid of? Justice. And what they did for Trump. The current, what they're afraid of is being exposed, like you said. So the King of Pentacles, the grand old party together, the Nine of Cups, and the justice coming on them. So they're afraid of being exposed for illegal deeds right now, moving forward. In the end, I have Magician and Eight of Wands for them. So they're trying to be creative with their messaging to try to change the narrative. And it just feels like changing the narrative right now. And then Seven Wands in the world, confusion and, putting their messaging out throughout the country. So they're just trying to change the narrative right now.
Yeah, and I think those were that makes sense to the two cards, like the two message cards, that narrative. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot within.
And they're going to end up turning on each other with that Ten of Swords that came in too. They're going to, you know how that happens. It's like they're all, and then they're going to start turning on each other. Get your popcorn, I guess.
So it's a lot of things. It just feels like, I didn't get any mafia cards, per se. Like it might be a separate question because I just asked for my full spread. What are they afraid of? And that makes sense. Dark money.
Yep.
45 and, runs like a mob. Threatened family's life. And there was people that are getting sick of their lives being threatened. And I can't remember when I said this or read it, but this one election official in California is so afraid and got tired of, like, he quit his job in the election commission or whatever, moved his family. Wow. My lives being threatened. We're not taking this. I'm out of here.
I'm out. Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's still going in Georgia and all that jazz,
What does Cohen say about all this? Like, does he ever refer to anything like a puppet, any of the puppet master thing or mafia or anything like that? Does he ever bring in anything up like that? Cohen?
Oh, Michael Cohen?
Yeah. Does he ever indicate that there's something behind?
He's never implicated other people that I know of. But he always says, he runs his business like a mob.
Okay. Yeah.
It's always that. I haven't listened to any of his podcasts lately or anything, but he's probably staying away from that narrative.
I would assume for his own life.
For his own life, because he knows more.
He's already risking his life speaking out as much as he does, but.
Right. Well, I got in that energy, that investigation there with that channeling, and I definitely felt threats of life. You will not talk kind of thing, or you could go away or fall out a window, that kind of thing.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah. Well, you need some more coffee.
Oh, let's go. I know. I need more coffee.
Yeah.
Did we want to do
the card of the day? I should probably get ready for my daughter's coming.
Yay.
Yay. Let's do an angel card. Well, bless you all for coming today, and thank you.
Yes. Nice to hang
like
out.
Weird energies on some of these readings. I know we weren't feeling like boom, 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 this guy's going down, but it's coming kind of stuff. It's just, there wasn't some whopper readings I didn't feel today, but it was informational, but it's all a process. It's just going. It's coming. Be patient. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Joni. Thank you, Amy, for thumbs up. Oh, which one? Hey, that one's saying hi.
I had one jump out.
I have Archangel Ariel, prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality.
Oh my gosh.
Prosperity.
Awesome. And it's going along right with what I got.
Nice.
Nice. I got the key. The key is bringing in, today's the day to make a wish, right? And step into your empowerment. But yes, so make a wish. It's coming in. Trust. Step into trust that it is whatever you wish, wherever that energy sits for you, that you've been putting your wanting or desiring. Today's that day. I love the connection with your card that you brought out as well.
Yeah, I spread them out, and that one said, "Hey, grab me." Like, hey, beautiful.
Love it.
Bless you all for the wonderful Father's Day wishes. I can't wait to see my girls. I don't see them that often.
Open that door. Beautiful. I know, how exciting. I love that. And if you get to go golfing, even better.
Yeah, hopefully. If it does rain, I guess they got, a driving range that's undercover that we can get if it's a sprinkling or something.
Yeah, you don't have lightning there with yours, because
it depends. Sometimes
we get the massive lightning. You can't even go outside.
Not usually lightning. It's usually just windy and stormy. Lots of rain.
Yeah.
Depends. But bless you all for joining, and everyone have a wonderful, wonderful Father's Day. I'll probably catch a little bit of you and Denise a little bit later.
Yeah. Awesome.
Have a wonderful healing day with your peeps on that show.
Yeah, should be nice. I love it. All right, guys.
You can get a 20-minute nap.
I know. I'm gonna
more coffee.
I'm gonna go get more coffee, finish cleaning up, and get it all set up.
All right.
Love you all.
Love you all. Throw it out there.